Good day, ladies and gents, this is Leo from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Roundup, and I'll be rounding up this week's Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, OCG, and Master Duel news. All sources will be linked in the description below. Thank you YG Organization for continuing to report all things Yu-Gi-Oh! And the translators for allowing players to continue to theorycraft new support ahead of the TCG schedule. We appreciate all the work you've done for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Disclaimer, I will only be covering news in relation to Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, OCG, and Master Duel formats, as we do not have an official TCG Rush Duel format, and all merchandise and anime related news will be omitted from this roundup. These videos are more so about getting people up to speed on the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! Physical card game news of the week, so I'll only be highlighting a few key cards from any of the new card reveals. First, I recommend you make your own opinion of the new reveals after reading what the rest of the new revealed cards do. Without further ado, let's begin the news roundup. This week's going to have a lot of card reveals, so do bear with me as I only have time to discuss a few of them. We have another Duelist Nexus card, Corrupted Gem Rebellion Snake Eye. A normal spell card, you can target one face-up monster on the field, place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. Well, this is literally a better version of Valiant's Wave card that was discussed 2 weeks ago, without the extra steps. Again, a good removal, however targeting protection will stop it and would be even crazier if this was a quick play, but I digress. Still a solid removal option that is much better than the Valiant's Wave continuous trap. 6 new free agent cards swoop in for Duelist Nexus: Behemoth, the King of All Wars, Magnum, the Reliever, Gaia Blaze, the Force of Blazing Sun, Felamatek Kratos, Agomorph, and Opposing Mirrors of the Underworld. The card I'd like to discuss is Magnum the Reliever, a level 8 Light Fiend fusion monster with 2800 attack and 2000 defense. It requires a monster special summon from the extra deck and one monster in hand. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target one polymerization spell or fusion spell in your graveyard, place it on the bottom of your deck, and then draw one card. When another card's effect is activated, quick effect, you can banish one polymerization spell or fusion spell from your graveyard, then target one card in the field, destroy it. This is an interesting fusion card that you could probably slot into any fusion based deck. Now judges, please correct me if I am wrong, but I don't think you can use this card as a super poly target, as it requires a monster in hand, but super poly can only use materials from the field. Please let me know down below if I'm right or not. However, that's besides the point. This is a way to recycle your own polymerization or fusion spell back to your deck, and the ability to target a card and destroy on a quick flick via the banishing of a poly or fusion spell in reaction to a card effect is nifty. I think the recycling ability is impressive. For long grind games when your fusion spells have been depleted, some potential could come out from this card. Master Duel currently has the Duelist Cup running right now, so get dueling and get your gems and reward tickets. We also have the new structure deck in the form of Spiral Spear Strike, a Gaia the Fierce Knight based deck. We also have a new deluxe mate to go along with the structure deck, and the second of the deluxe mates, the first being Laundry Dragon mate, with Gaia the Fierce Knight who can transform into Gaia the Dragon Champion. Pay 96, you can finally rest. Your volcanic support has arrived after 1,505 days. The Duelist of Explosion set has confirmed the third archetype to get support is Volcanics, and we have 3 new effect monsters, 2 spell cards, a continuous and normal, and 1 continuous trap. Going to tackle a few of these cards, with the first being Volcanic Emperor, a level 8 fire pyro monster with 3100 attack and 2400 defense. This card cannot be normal summoned or set, and must be special summoned from either the hand or graveyard by banishing 3 pyro monsters or 1 blaze accelerator card from your face-up field and or graveyard. You can only special summon Volcanic Emperor this way once per turn. When it is special summoned this way, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each of your pyro monsters currently banished, then you can set 1 Volcanic Trap directly from your deck, except Volcanic Eruption. Each time your opponent special summons a monster, inflict 500 damage to them. Okay, wow, this guy can just instantly burn the opponent for 1500 on the starting turn if you have 3 pyros in grave. And also make sure that you play very carefully, as you will burn with all that special summon you can potentially do while this card is face up. And since you can special summon from the graveyard, if it leaves the field, you can special summon again and burn for even more, if you banish further pyros of course. Pretty interesting. The setting of the Volcanic Trap is very nice though. Getting access to the new continuous trap, Volcanic Inferno, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can banish 1 pyro monster from the graveyard, inflict 500 damage, and then, if you banish a volcanic monster, you can negate that activated effect. During your opponent's end phase, you can target up to 2 of your volcanic monsters that are banished and or in the graveyard, place them on the bottom of your deck in any order. A monster gate that burns and recycles your volcanics on the opponent's end phase? This is not a bad trap. Reloading your volcanics helps with more consistency, and the monster negate helps. I'm honestly excited to see how the volcanics will play. It seems they are still continuing the burn playstyle and enhancing it further. The new cards will still allow you to continue to your battle phase, unlike the older cards too. The new Volcanic Trooper will work together with Volcanic Rocket, which means easy access to Volcanic cards and the Blaze Accelerators. Really good set of support coming off of Volcanics here. I suppose I'll bring this news here as well, but we have also got confirmation that the TCG will be receiving this set later this year on 11th of August 2023 as Legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano. One card from the set will appear as a Ghost Rare, so I wonder what they'll pick. We have got the art of the Dueling Heroes tin with our 6 protagonists and some of the cards that we can confirm as Quarter Century Rare. Dark Magician, Exodia the Forbidden One, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Rainbow Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Elemental Hero Neos, Salamander Great Blaze Dragon, and Firewall Dragon. Blaze Dragon confuses me. It's not really an iconic Salamander card in the anime, but the rest of the cards make sense. Curious to see what the other cards will be. We don't have any 5D, Zexal, and Arc 5 monsters shown off yet, but I have a good feeling what they may be. Animation Chronicles has finally revealed a bunch of cards for the upcoming Battles of Legend set this year. We have 2 new dinosaur cards from Rex Raptor. Colorless is finally real for the Dark World deck. Combat Wheel and more Yanagi cards from 5Ds, along with an awesome alternate art for Junk Warrior. Look at this card, it's so gorgeous. And of course, at the end, free Playmaker cards. I'm going to highlight Colorless, Chaos King of Dark World, a level 12 Dark Fiend fusion monster with unknown attack and defense. Requires Rainbow, Overlord of Dark World, and 2 or more Fiend monsters. If this card is fusion summoned, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. This card's original attack and defense becomes the number of fusion materials used for its summon times 1000. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one face-up card you control. Discard one card. If you do, your opponent cannot target the targeted face-up card with card effects this turn. This isn't a bad card, as you can quick effects fusion summon with their new fusion spell to destroy all cards your opponent controls, which isn't so bad. The only issue is you have to use the original Rainbow card, I believe, which is not used in Dark Worlds at the moment, in favor of the brand new Rainbow from the structure deck. I'm not sure if this would be a card Dark Worlds will use, but the fact that Colossus is now real from GX, since we never saw it summoned in the anime, is pretty awesome to see it come to life. Another card I want to highlight, just because I personally like it, because it's from Brains, Drastic Draw. This is a funny spell card that banishes all cards you control, minimum 2, to draw 3 cards. You can only normal or special summon Cyberse monsters the turn you activate this card. This is a 1-to-1 copy of the card from the Brains anime, and it's not good. It's a funny card, because say for example you have that Gimmick Puppet on your field thanks to the effect of Branded Expulsion, and one other card. You can banish them so you can draw 3 by using this card. This is a very specific use case, but I still think it's very funny to see it resolve. I will personally pick up a playset myself since I'm a Brains junkie, but yeah, not a good card at all. We have another new Duelist Nexus card this week with Fusion Reinforcement, a normal spell card that can do the following. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, special summon one of the fusion materials mentioned on it from your extra deck or graveyard, but until the end of the opponent's turn. It cannot attack, also its effects are negated. This is an interesting card. It gets a body on the field, and you can do some funny things like reveal Dragon Monster Knight and special summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for free. I'm not sure what other purpose we can use this for besides getting a body out on the field. Maybe to make fusion summoning easier? No idea, but someone will find a use for this card. Speed Deals now have a new event-only limited list, which have the following changes. Offerings to the Doom is now limited to 1. Golden Ladybug and Volcanic Shell are both now limited to 2. And Wall of Disruption, Machine Angel Ritual, and Cyber Angel Benton are now limited to 3. Somehow the skill cards are also showing up in the limited 2 and 3 list, however I am not sure what this does, as I believe the skill cards can only be used once per duel. Someone more into Speed Deals can explain this to me down below, if you can. We now have a look at the new structure deck, Pulse of the King, with new Jack Atlas cards. We have 2 new effect monsters and 1 new synchro monster. I will discuss the new synchro monster, Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. This is a level 8 Dark Dragon synchro monster with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. It can be made using 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner dark monsters. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. This card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend whilst face up on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Then, if this card was sent to the graveyard as a synchro material for a Dark Dragon synchro monster, you can destroy all your opponent's attack position monsters. This is pretty impressive. You can probably do some cool quick synchro on the opponent's turn if you want to proc the destruction effect. And the fact that you can get the original Red Dragon Archfiend now for free when it leaves the field, which can allow access to bigger synchro climbs, is pretty awesome. This is pretty exciting, love 5Ds, and this is honestly a good start for the structure. Final thing to the week, the North American TCG Cyberstorm Axis WCQ regional qualifiers are happening in May, and we got the playmat of Amazement Dominator Arlecchino as a prize for winning along with the usual deck box. And that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching or listening to this video. I appreciate that you reached the end of this video. If you like these quick news roundup, please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want more of this. And I'll speak with you all in the next roundup.